So this is a video on the light tower and the settings to use. So now it's C50, 51, 52, 53. So I'm just turning it on to show you how it's gonna look. So first take your light tower and you should have a plug like this. Get your 24-volt power supply. I have mine plugged in here, so make sure it's plugged in. And then get the other end, the DB9, and plug it into the bottom port. Okay, so first thing we're gonna check is just make sure the C33, it should always be set, but C33 has to be 3, so C33, 3. And then the actual settings for light tower. So you're gonna go C50. This you can have it as 0. This is like the divisions. So the lower limit, that's not important. C51. This is when your lower limit alarm hits. So in this case I set it to 1000. And you can see you can make it left, right, up, down. Right. You can make this 2100, whatever it is. So I want the lower light, in case the red light, to hit 1000, C52. That's when the acceptable light, which is green, hits. So it's 2000, so acceptable is good. And then anything over 53, which is 3000, it's going to trigger the overlight. So just make sure your scale is calibrated. You know that is the C05. That 0 setting, and then the CL6 setting. Make sure it's calibrated. Your scale should be calibrated, but just make sure. So when you actually put weight on the scale, you can see at 1,000 pounds, my red light turned on. And then over 1,000, you can see my green light turned on. Yes, and then when it goes over 2000, that's when it's the overlight kicks in. See? So in this case, anything under 1000, C51, 1000, anything below it will hit the underlight. And acceptable is 1000 to 2000. And 53 is anything above 3000 is over. You see 1000 is under. You can see it's over 1000, but less than 2000. It's considered acceptable. And then over 2000, below 3000 is considered over. So that's a setting you set. The C51, 52, 53 are the main ones. And I can show you again on how it's gonna look. If I change this, let's say, change my calibration to 650. So you see at 650, it's still red because it's below 1000. When I went over 1000, see 1298, it was acceptable because it's within a range. So I set it to 1000 to 2000. You see even at 1947, it's still below 2000, so it's acceptable. But once I go beyond 2000, that's when the overlight lights up. So that's how it works. And you can also have it where you can have a buzzer, so it beeps when it goes over, beeps when it goes under. You could pick one, or you could even do beep for both, over and under. You can have a buzzer attached to this. This one's not set up currently, but you can have one if you request it beforehand. Request, I want a buzzer when it goes over, for example, so you'll know. But that's how you do it. So when it's within a range, So you're within the range. So that's what the C51 is, below that range. 51, 52, it's set the range. 52, 53 is considered over. So hopefully that helps. Set it up for your OP900 light tower. And last thing I just wanted to show you was how it looks from the inside. So this one I removed the back. And you can see one light's on, the first relay, which is under. You can see the second relay. You see there's only one light up at a time. That's acceptable. It's the second relay. And then once you go over, relay number 3. So that's how it looks internally. If you remove the back and remove screws, that's what it should look. One light at a time. So make sure to set the C51, 52, 53 setting for your light tower. Thank you. Bye.